welcome to Update Novi. I'm your host, Cheryl Walsh, and with me, co-hosting, as always, is our newly elected mayor, Mayor Bobcat. Welcome, Mayor.
Welcome, thank you very much. Happy to be here.
You know, I'm going to tell you, the last time, the very first show we did, we sat amongst a crowd of hundreds, maybe thousands of people. Our next show, this show, we're now sitting amongst another group of hundreds of people. Is it you that's drawing these people?
I think I'm attracted, or they're attracted to me. I see people walking back and forth in front of the camera, but that's okay. We're all here to have a good time.
We are actually here on 9 Mile and Heslop in Novi at Megafauna Fitness, and it's an event called Addicted to. Oh no, it's not Addicted to. It's Fun Flips, Flops, and Fun Flips and Tumbles. I always want to throw the flops in there. Fun Flips and Tumbles.
Can you do a fun flip or a tumble?
I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
But Addicted to Fun Flips and Tumbles. And it's actually a partnership with the Novi Youth Council, the police and fire departments, and Megafauna Fitness. And we have over almost 300 youngsters out today.
Because they're out of school, obviously, for the holiday break, and they've got a lot of energy, I can say that.
Goodness, they've been at it since 9 in the morning, so
yeah.
We've been here for 3 or so hours. That's okay. But they've got gym staff on hand. They're having a great time in a safe environment, peds, etc. Our police and fire department staff were on hand, interacting with the kids and engaging the youth, which is so important in Novi.
Well, it's the most important thing you can do, because if the youth get to think that the police and the firemen are their friends when they're small, absolutely when they grow up they're going to think the same, So
we're entering, as you mentioned, a very special season, the holiday season. Novi is a very diverse community and celebrates, obviously, every holiday imaginable under the sun. From
we celebrate
to Hanukkah to Christmas, and it's all happening.
It's all happening now in the next couple of weeks. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
and then
it's a fun time.
And right on the heels of that, though, is another real special time in Novi. January is a busy time. I mean, most people think December is a really busy time, but January for the city, though it's the beginning of the year, it's a busy time too. And one of my favorite events throughout the year is early, and it's the Evening of Appreciation.
Well, it's one of your favorite events, but it's also, I know, one of the most difficult things to pull off, because Cheryl is the organizer of this event, and it's always so perfect and it's always so beautiful, so thank you in advance. It is a very important event for Novi, yes.
It is. It's a night where City Council, City Administration, all of our boards and commissions come together and celebrate the accomplishments of the year past and everything that they've done for the betterment of Novi.
Yeah.
We've got countless boards, commission, and committee members that give tirelessly planning commission, ZBA, library board. I mean,
tirelessly and without any compensation.
Without any compensation.
Without a nickel of compensation, and they do it because they want to make Novi a better place. And really, the only way that we can say thank you is by putting on this dinner, once a year for them, and they all enjoy it as we all do. It's also a way to say thank you to our employees, because they do. Novi is not just a city of 32 square miles. It's a city made up of a bunch of different people who make everything happen. And so this is our way of saying thank you to all those people.
I appreciate you saying that. Of all the members on council I've had the opportunity to work with, I don't know if it's because you're a retired city staff member, but you really get it. You've always been so gracious and very appreciative, and I thank you for that, because you really, I mean, ever since you got on council, you have really made an effort to thank staff for all they do. I mean, be it a parks event, be it a dinner, or giving them their time.
Thank you. It's because I know that Novi is not just geography. Novi is the people that you encounter when you go to City Hall, or when you are stopped by a policeman, or when you need a fireman. Novi is a city of people helping people. Yeah, it's great.
Right after the appreciation evening, very, very important day for you and your colleagues.
Well, it's the very next morning, actually.
It is the very next morning.
So for the city council and city staff, the next morning, Saturday morning, we gather starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we start planning very diligently for the next budget. We start making plans on how much money we're going to have to spend and what we're going to spend that money on.
Yep. And it's a great opportunity. I mean, Novi, the things that we do in Novi are obviously planned very purposely.
Oh, absolutely.
The city administration doesn't just pull a budget out of the clouds.
Oh, no, no, no. Hard work.
It's very hard work. I mean, obviously, X amount of dollars are allotted towards city services as far as, salaries, etc. But there are program strategies that you all need to develop, and be it parks, be it roads, be it public safety, natural features, whatever. There's priorities and thought that goes into that.
There's a lot of thought that goes into it, and what the public has to understand is there's very few extra dollars. I mean, after all the salaries and the fringes and everything is paid for and the fixed costs, there's very few extra dollars to spend, and so it takes some strategy to determine the best way to spend those dollars, and that's what we start doing the day after the appreciation dinner.
Because we're all in it for the betterment, like we said, of Novi, and for the future of those that are here today. We want these youngsters to love living in Novi, be educated, get a great education here, hopefully come back and want to raise their families here.
Yeah.
So all that planning.
There's no better place, and there will be no better place 20 years from now when these people are having their families. It's because of the planning that we do. It's because of the planning that we've done. Novi's the best city in the world. We know that.
So let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna meet with the owner of Megafauna Fitness.
Okay.
And see what he has to say about this event and what he thinks about our fine city and being a great community partner.
Great.
Stay tuned and don't go away.
In 2008, 2 million teens abused prescription drugs. I don't want to be part of that statistic. That's why I'm addicted to Vampire Diaries, not drugs.
In 2008, 2 million teens were addicted to prescription drugs. I don't want to be part of that statistic. I'm addicted to running, not drugs.
Welcome back to Update Novi. With Mayor Gat and I here at Megafauna Fitness now is Yuha, and he is actually the owner of this absolutely incredible, fun organization.
It seems to be fun at the moment, and
thank you so much, first and foremost, for your partnership. Your staff actually approached us and said, you do addicted to games, not drugs, you do addicted to movies, not drugs. How can we get involved and bring some kids here with the police, fire, the youth council, so thank you for that.
well, thanks for having us. And I'm like, it was never a doubt in our mind that that's something that we want to give back to the community. We've been so grateful for the last 2 years operating over here, and very, very happy with the city of Novi. So our way to give back a little bit.
You guys opened 2 years ago, I recall. We were here for your opening. How's business been since you opened here in Novi?
We've been steadily growing ever since we opened, so can't complain too much, and obviously want to welcome some more kids in here and let everybody enjoy the fun.
Perfect. It's a great opportunity for kids to come out, see the facility, interact with your staff, go home and say, hey, I had fun. I want to go more. I want to do gymnastics.
Absolutely.
Is that the intent?
That would be great, absolutely. We offer classes from walking all the way up until they go to college, so anybody's more than welcome.
Why don't you tell Mayor and I a little bit about Mega while we're here then?
Well, Megafauna Fitness, we offer gymnastics, fitness, judo, and so like I said, we offer classes from as soon as they learn to walk. We have mom and dad classes, and parents participate with them, and then we move them on to no parent classes from 3 years up, and we have competitive teams that travel across the country and sometimes even internationally.
What's your oldest client?
When they graduate high school, they move on to college, and that's
where they end here. Okay. Do they have competition with other groups like this, or how does that work?
Yes, we have the recreational part, which is for everybody, and they just enjoy it and have fun. But our competitive team competes against all the other teams in the country, and just like I said, sometimes international.
Would they compete here, or do they go somewhere else?
We host one competition here a year, but we travel around quite a bit. So this is the beginning of the competition season, and now every weekend somebody's going somewhere.
What gave you the idea to open this place?
Well, I grew up with the sport of gymnastics myself, so I just figured out, you know what, might as well give back to the other kids as well. I enjoyed it my whole life, and just want to make sure that everybody else can do the same.
Great.
Well, we've got almost 300 kids enjoying today, and a great opportunity for them, not only, like I mentioned, to interact with your staff, but our police and fire personnel who have walked around, and we're actually giving a stop, drop, and roll demonstration. Yeah. The kids just love it, and during the holidays, like Mayor said, It's a great opportunity for parents to drop their kids off. The kids have fun. Parents can do a little last-minute shopping in our Novi.
And then when they pick the kids up, they're tired too. They've had a full day of exercise here.
They're ready for a nap when they go home.
Ready for a nap.
Can maybe share with us a little bit about what the kids are doing here. This is typical routines that they would do?
This is more of a fun stuff right now because the numbers you said are close to 300. It's really hard to organize and get them to do the routines that they normally do. Some of our athletes are practicing their skills that they need in their routines. You see them do cartwheels, somebody doing front flips on a trampoline, and on the other side you see them swinging on the bars and that kind of stuff. So for the majority of people over here, it's more fun time, and some are working on their skills at the moment.
You also, in addition to the regular classes, you offer nights and days like this where parents can just do drop-in.
Correct. We call them Parents' Night Out, and we try to do it once a month. And same thing, you drop them in, parents can go shopping, enjoy a meal, and then pick them up later.
And where can anybody find more information out about Megafauna Fitness?
Mega-gym.com.
Mega-gym.com. Thank you so much, Juha, for allowing us, to come in and bring the students, but also for sitting here with Mayor Gatt and
Thank you very
sharing
much.
a little bit about the gym.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Very much appreciate your partnership and wish you and your family very happy holidays.
You too. Thank you.
Stay tuned. When we come back, Mayor Gatt and I are going to chat with Chief Malloy about the Novi Police and Fire Department's involvement in today's absolutely fun event. Don't go away.
Alcohol kills 7 times as many more kids as all other legal drugs combined. I don't want to be a statistic. That's why I'm addicted to basketball, not drugs.
28% of teens know a classmate who's used ecstasy. I don't want to be a statistic, so that's why I'm addicted to video games, not drugs.
Welcome back to UpdateNovi. We are here at Megafauna Fitness, and with Mayor Gatt and I now is Director of Public Safety and Chief of Police David Malloy.
Hi, Cheryl. Mr. Mayor, good to be here.
Chief, how are you?
Good.
You want to share, Mayor and I actually just spoke with Juha, who is one of the owners here at Megafauna Fitness, who talked a little bit about their desire, but it was actually you, I believe, that one of their teammates or their team members came forward and said, hey, you do addicted to movies, you do addicted to games, what about something like this?
Yeah, much like we partner with Imagine Theater and several other entities, and Lucky Strike, they came and said, we want to partner with you sometime during the Christmas season, so where we can provide a half a day where kids can come in, have fun. We had our firefighters here doing some stop, drop, and roll training, letting them know what it is they should do in the event of an unfortunate fire in their home. So it's just been a great partnership, and I think we have 260 plus kids that came out today, and I know there's a lot of parents that were really happy, and I think a lot of kids are going to be really tired this afternoon.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. It's a win-win for all.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, you and I were talking earlier, and I learned something today because I was amazed. You mentioned the stop, drop, and roll that was occurring in the other room, and it was just something that we added. You know, the kids are going to be here. Maybe if they get tired, is there a way for the firefighters to interact with them as well? I mean, you had police officers out here that were holding hands on the balance beams and stuff that was cool. They actually did a little educational session, and I commented to you that, you know what, they should be out. They love it. The firefighters that were doing this were so engaged and had such positive interaction with the 30 or 40 plus kids that were sitting there. And I had no idea that they do this on a regular basis and go out to schools, which is so cool.
We go out to schools. We have a very, very aggressive and very professional fire education and prevention program. And the 2 fire protection officers here today, Dave McLeod, Mike Tyson, firefighter McLeod, he actually told the kids what they should do, talked a little bit about them if they sleep with their bedroom door closed, you know, the hazards involved in not having that closed, because that actually does protect them in the unlikely event of a fire. But then furthermore, they went on and firefighter Tyson actually got his full gear on and showed them how the firefighters actually, when they're looking for people inside a home, they're actually crawling on their hands and knees, almost with their face to the ground, so they can try to find those kids. And they want the kids to know, we might look scary when we first come in with all the masks, the helmet, and the breathing apparatus, but it's those things that you need to look for, and don't be afraid. And then to go into the stop, drop, and roll if you ever have flames on your body or on your clothes or coat. It was just a great, I mean, there must have been 50, 60 kids that were able to get that message. And we have a very aggressive program where we're in the schools, we're in the daycares, Montessori's.
You know what, and it's the stop, drop, and roll. I mean, I'm date. I remember that from when I was in elementary school. They were teaching that. So something like that sticks.
Sure.
And I will tell you, this is not only a great partnership and a win for the kids and their parents, it's a win for us. It's your team members, the police and fire, get to interact with these kids. You just mentioned, you're teaching them it's not scary. When else do they get to interact one-on-one, go up, talk to, touch a police officer in full uniform, and just have fun with them? One of the kids I kept hearing, jump in the pit, jump in the pit. They wanted Officer Bender to jump in the pit. And he's like, yeah, no, it's not going to happen.
And Cheryl, this is something that Novi's been known for a long time. I mean, right? Novi's always been a proactive approach toward going into the schools, letting the kids get to know the police and fire department, letting them know the police and fire men and women, and so they wouldn't be scared if they ever had to talk to one.
And the mayor makes a great point. It goes back to the early 80s when he actually started the DARE program here in Novi, and that was really one of the first times that we actually went into the schools and were having, crime prevention message, anti-drug messages like that. Other things, the Neighborhood Watch program that the mayor was very instrumental in forming when he was a crime prevention detective. So those are those prevention type activities that we've really, you're right, we've been known for many years.
The mayor and I talked earlier in the show that it's those relationships in these programs that establish their mindset as they progress into their teen years, into their young adulthood, and they can recall having these great positive interactions.
Yeah.
Sure, I saw a young man the other day who's in his 30s. He came up to me and said, Officer Bob. Now this is a young man that when he was 11 or 12 years old, I taught him the DARE program. So he still remembers me as Officer Bob.
Did you correct him?
No, I didn't.
You know what? One other thing that we haven't mentioned is that we actually end up raising funds.
Yes.
That go back to help educate these youngsters in drug prevention.
Yeah.
And provides funding for the schools and things like that you all can utilize for other programs.
Absolutely, and not just the anti-drug messages, but also the anti-drinking messages that we do, the Operation Sticker Shock. Those programs, those are not funded by the council.
Right.
We actually find those funds and we bring those in, and we're able to do that through partnerships like this. Addicted to movies, addicted to games, things like that is what bring those dollars in. So the taxpayers aren't burdened with that, yet the children still get to experience the same positive effects and the same educational experience.
Chief, that raises a really valid point, and I didn't give enough credit to Yuha that was here. The gym, they donate this all.
Oh yeah.
When Imagine hosts Addicted to Movies, they donate
doesn't cost a penny.
The entire facility. Right. The movies, the pop, their staff, they donate that to us. Megafauna Fitness, they donate this.
Yeah.
So the funds that the parents are paying to drop their children, actually, that's total proceeds. Little Caesars came out, donated the food for all the kids. They were on site making the handmade pizzas, the t-shirts the kids are receiving today. Where else can you drop your kid for 4 hours, $10, lunch and a t-shirt?
Can't.
Absolutely.
No.
And raising money for a great cause, going right back into police and fire education. So it's a great opportunity, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say Lucky's too, because when they do the Addicted to Games, they donate that. So you get 3 great community partners, and what I find incredible, and I'll give you tons of credit for this, it's the relationships you're building in the community. People are seeking us out. We're not knocking on doors and saying, we need your money, we need your partnership. They're actually seeking us out because of.
This goes to what we talked about earlier. Novi is an incredible city. It's an incredible city with incredible residents and business owners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this relationship goes back to when they first moved here from Farmington Hills. They needed someone to come in and do a fire inspection, and we were able to coordinate that with our fire marshal's office, and the relationship really has just kind of grown since then. And they are great people here, and you have people from all across Southeast Michigan who are bringing their children here to compete on a gymnastics team, and those people, again, they're shopping at our Novi businesses, they're staying in our hotels, they're coming for these events and these tournaments that we actually hold here. So when they do have something that's taking place, we can provide police protection where we can help them with their parking, we can assist them with any type of extra fire permits that they need, and it's just all about the good partnerships that we have with people.
Well, Well, I thank you for the support. You have always been the first to jump on board with any youth council event, and Mayor, likewise. You've sat on council through the concept of youth council, and have been a big supporter. Your children have been on youth council, and you know, it's something that we truly all believe in and don't take lightly, of engaging our teens and getting them to interact. Here, I missed that. The teens are interacting with these.
Absolutely.
Right. I had a little boy,
Yep.
a young 5 or 6-year-old, say to me, he says, "How do I get to be a youth council member?"
Yep.
And
Right.
I mean, that's
Right.
cool. They see these kids being role models.
That's a future leader. Right.
He
Yeah.
is a future leader.
I was
So
talking to a
little
couple
Lewis, he's
parents
cute.
who were here, and they were asking the same question: how do my kids get on that youth council? So let them know what the process was, how they can go through it, and they're already looking forward to, because they see the positive interaction. And these dozen or so youth council members that came out, they're on holiday break just like everyone else.
Exactly, and they're donating their time
Hats
as well.
off to them
Right.
for being
Right.
out here as well.
So,
So
thank you both for your continued support and for being here, taking time out of your
Thank you.
schedules, and what a great success, and
Yeah.
we look forward to many more.
yeah, happy holidays to both of you.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank you, Novi viewing audience, for sticking with us on this edition of Update Novi. Stay tuned, as always, to Novi Television, because you never know where Mayor Gatt and I are going to end up next. I'm guaranteeing you there's going to be thousands of people at the next event. Happy holidays, and we'll see you next year. Go for it. Who's ready?
Ready?